Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to discuss our next step of the Disney planning prep, Disneyland Paris. So the first episode we talked about, it was really an introduction, to be honest, to what I'm going to discuss. So today it's really about kind of more so locations than anything. So I want to start off with basically what kind of time of year you should go. So for me, I mean, it depends on everyone's preference. I personally want to go on off-peak times. Um, I know other people don't have that choice, unfortunately. They need to go in peak times because maybe they have children or, other circumstances where they can't go in off-peak times. So for that reason, I would certainly suggest your first prep is to choose which time of year you want to go. You have to put into account the weather as well, what you're going to bring. You know, are you a fan of the cold? Do you mind that? Do you mind wrapping up, keeping warm, walking around the parks for long hours when it's really cold? Or, in the summer, I'm sure France can get pretty hot in the summer. And then, you can kind of, I suppose, pack your own kind of clothes with relatively good knowledge of what the weather's going to be. I don't really know what France is like. As I said, guys, I've never been to Disneyland Paris. This is my first time going, but I just wanted to share my tips and tricks on planning with you guys that I've learned along the way. I've learned a lot from different YouTubers, different bloggers, different articles, the Disneyland Paris app, which I will be discussing in a different video. Not today's video because I don't want to overwhelm you guys with information. But yeah, so I didn't want to let you guys know about that, but in regards to location, or kind of what times to go, um, again, it's personal preference, but you have to make sure that you're a person that doesn't mind the park being busy. You have to make sure that you're definitely a people person where there's people everywhere, and that you're okay with that. So sorry guys, by the way, I'm flustered because I just made a video about 9 minutes long where I had everything to go and I was so chatty, and guess what? No audio. No audio on the video at all. So that was super fun. So this is my second time recording it and I'm like, what did I discuss in the last video? But anyway, it's fine. So another thing is, you have to kind of take into account the times of year plus what the prices are going to be like that time of year. For me, I know when I'm going to go. We're going to go early November, so probably the first week of November, which is fine for me. I'm okay with the cold weather. I prefer it over the hot weather, so it's perfect for me. Also, I like the fact that it gets dark earlier, because being on the rides at that time, like with dark rides and stuff, and lights are lit up outside, that have such an impression when it's dark, and they just illuminate the park, which is amazing. It's like one of my favorite things. So that's another reason why I think November would suit me very well to go. Another reason is prices. Peak times the prices are going to be like a lot more expensive, because they know that people are going to go anyway, regardless of whether or not it's November, December, June, July, because again, some people don't have the choice of being able to book a trip to Disneyland Paris in November. They want to they have kids, and the kids can only get the time off work, or off school, and the parents can only get that time off work. So it is difficult. With me, I just work. I don't have college. I don't have any other commitments, so I can just use my annual leave for that, which suits me down to the ground. But again, some people don't have the choice. But what I would say is shop around. There are different travel agents that will give you different deals. For me, I'm going with one travel agent only. I'm not really shopping around. And I know I just told you to shop around, unless you've got an official Disneyland Paris travel agent. If you've got an official Disneyland Paris travel agent in whatever country you're from, use it. Go with that one. Because to me, I would always go with that one, no matter the price difference, because they are going to have the best knowledge of Disneyland Paris. For me, the one I picked was It had been the official Disneyland Paris travel agent since its opening in 1992, so it was a no-brainer for me to use that travel agent. But for you guys, if you don't have an official one, or if you have one that has more experience but it might not be the official one, then definitely go for it. If you know somebody that has been there before and went to a certain travel agents, go with that. A lot of travel agents will actually let you book the tickets for the plane along with the hotel and park, so make sure you use the comparisons very well, like utilize them as much as you can. You want to get the best deal, obviously, so use the comparisons. But if you can get a nice plane, hotel and park ticket all together, like in a package deal, then amazing, like absolutely use that. Another one would be to definitely make sure that you are doing a little bit of again, it's like a comparison, but if you're not 100% certain on what date you want to go, so you're like me, I kind of was unsure whether it was going to be October or November. November just made more sense. But if you have the option to choose when you want to go, take for now, for instance, so look at the price now on whatever travel agent you go with, or do the comparisons and see the difference. So what I'd say I do is I look at it today and I'd be like, okay, this is the prices for this time of year, even though I know I want to go in November, just to say for future reference, if there was, next year I wanted to go back in May, that's always a good idea. Again though, I would be very aware that the parks do fill up, no matter what time of year it is, and that restaurants do fill up, so, and of course the hotels too, especially if you're staying in an official Disneyland Paris hotel. So we are staying in a Disneyland hotel, so I am definitely gonna have to get on it earlier than others. As well as the restaurants, you wanna kind of have some preparation, under your belt. I'm not someone that kind of wants to go on a whim and kind of just show up and decide then what I want to do. I'm definitely someone that needs to have the planning and prep done. For me, it's definitely a case of booking the restaurants a couple of months in advance, because they do fill up. I want to make sure I get my my table service dinner every night and my fancy lunch at the day, that kind of thing, because I don't, a lot of people, it suits a lot of people who, especially people who are frequent travelers to Disneyland, to actually use things like Starbucks in Disney Village, for instance, and that wouldn't entertain me because I've never been to Disneyland Paris before. So, going to a Starbucks defeats the purpose of being at Disneyland, in my opinion. But that's only because I've never been there, and I want to do as much stuff as I've never experienced before. But I can go down the road and walk 20 minutes down the road and get a Starbucks if I wanted to right now, which defeats the purpose of Disneyland, because I want to do, I want to go to all these restaurants I've never been to before, and all these rides and these places. And oh well, even the likes of Earl of Sandwich, like in Disneyland or in Disney Village, like we don't have Earl of Sandwich in Ireland. They have it in England and America. So I'm definitely going to utilize that one, because I've never been to that restaurant before, and they have amazing, by the looks of it, amazing range of sandwiches. So I'm definitely going to do that. Just make the most out of your Disney trip as far as you can. Obviously budgets are a big thing, especially in this climate we live in. So definitely make sure you're not over budgeting and not under budgeting either, because you don't want to end up going home and have absolutely no money left for anything else. You want to make sure you have kind of an emergency, I like to call it the emergency fund, just in case something happens over there, or you find out something from home and you got to send money. It does really help to have a little bit of an emergency fund there that's not Disneyland related, that you can use in an event of an emergency. But hopefully you're not going to need any emergency funds, or nobody else is going to need emergency funds. So sorry for talking really fast, by the way. I get into this kind of Disneyland Paris thing and I just can't stop talking about what I've learned. So that's really all I wanted to talk about today. We will talk about more things in the next couple of videos. We'll talk more about, as I said, the Disneyland Paris app, which is going to be your best friend when you're in the park. Oh my god, I can't wait to use it in the park, because I've already kind of planned what I'm going to do in it, and it's only May. It might change though, because rides close and they open and they're being refurbished and they're not, so I will talk to you about that in probably in the next video or the one after. But definitely remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I would definitely appreciate it. Leave a comment down below if you want a different suggestion. If you know, have a suggestion of a specific Disneyland Paris video you want to see me talk about. And yeah, just let me know if you know you want to see a specific video. I'm open to all suggestions. And also, you can also follow me on my other socials as well. So I'll have them linked down below. And as well as that, I know a lot of you already know that I have Twitch as well. I'm Jojo on Twitch, so if you want to give me a follow on there, I would definitely appreciate it. But yeah, for today, that's pretty much everything. I'm trying to think if I've forgotten anything, because as I said, my original video that I uploaded was flawless and perfect, and I went bang bang bang, got all my points off, and then I realized I had no audio. So that's amazing. Life of a content creator, huh? But yeah, anyway guys, I will see you on my next video. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.